to create that consistency day in, day out. You'd realize we're doing this every single day, right? Creating that consistency, creating that, that bedrock, that foundation that you can stack upon, that you can build on. So that's exactly that mindset you need to take approaching December and approaching the end of the year. So we have to start the live stream, the video, the preparation for the week with that mindset. And once you are calibrated, so calibration is very important. You have to calibrate. You have to center yourself. You have to have that clarity. And once you can identify the target, you can work towards it. And well, a big part of that is obviously my professional training, which I am trying to impart to you. So before that, I want to also give thanks to you. This Thanksgiving season, I give thanks to you. I always mention this, that the Discord community that we have literally saved my life. You don't believe it, but the community is important for me. It gave me purpose every single day to check in, to work on what we need to do. No matter how good I am, no matter how much professional training I have, and you would know this if you have been successful once in your life, or you are successful in your life. If you do not have checks and balances in your life, you will be led to absolute ruin. And this is a reminder to some of you who are already experiencing some sort of success. Now, if you do not have checks and balances in your life, if you do not have accountability in your life, you will eventually lead to some sort of destruction. Sin festers in places without the light, and we have to illuminate our life. And that means living above board. That means allowing the light to shine through every nook and cranny in your life, being accountable, having people check on you, just living your life with that sort of accountability. So checking in every day, having that purpose to do so, having that discipline to trade every day. I don't have to trade every day. You and I will tend to not trade every day if not for you. So you make me better. You make me better than I would expect to become. And well, as I always say, you don't have to like something, especially if you are a grown man, for example. Many of us are not doing things because we like it. We lead our life with purpose because it's a duty, because it's right. We do it because it's right, not because we feel like it. And this gives me that duty, and it gives me a stronger purpose. So I'm thankful. Thank you for every single one of you, because you keep me in check. As I mentioned, I can't meet every one of you. The only time that can happen is when I go. And I told my wife that all of you will be invited for the procession when I go. That is my, I guess that's the only time we will probably all meet together. So yeah. But my work's not done. Neither is yours. We have to get to work before the time comes. And right, you understand now my intentions, my purpose, why I do this as well. It's become a duty, isn't it? Day passes. So as I always also mention, do not try to know someone over a fancy dinner. You know someone better when you spend time with that person. You live in that person's house. Every habit, no matter how big or small, surfaces, and you will be able to tell what kind of person that is. So thank you for being in. This is our house, isn't it? This is our house, and I'm building something. Lifetime members, you know this. Lifers, you know this. I'm building something that will belong to us. It's a house that we will all manage. It's not my house, it's our house. And a big part of that is how I was raised. So story time first before we start doing the serious stuff, right? This is a Thanksgiving weekend. I don't think some of you are working, right? Some of you are probably having a drink and enjoying yourself, still having a hangover. So let's chat. The serious stuff will come, trust me. You will be sober by then. Well, I was raised in a place where all of us were abandoned, and I don't want to use that word specifically because it's not a word that I like to associate myself with. But we were all raised without a dependent, right? We were all raised just having to depend on each other. We were all kids then. I wasn't a toddler. I was already, I was still a child, 10, 11, I remember. It's around 11 years old. And A big part of that community that we lived in, right, was to depend on each other. We contributed to each other. We depended on each other. There wasn't very clear guidance on what to do, right? It was a very structured lifestyle. We all knew what we needed to do. There were duties. It was clear on what we needed to do every day. But what was unclear was the future. The future was unclear. But the future became clearer only when we did our daily tasks and we continued to serve each other. And that sort of community power built upon gave us hope. And it helped us to see that we are not alone. That's firstly the most important thing. And the more important thing after that was that we saw how everybody had the same goal. And the same goal was to try to secure an uncertain but hopeful future. Can you see how that is so similar to what we're doing here? We come together, we congregate because we have this abandonment. We were abandoned one way or another. Most of us on the trading floor, because we were abandoned financially by something, someone, and that's why we have this need, right? We come because we have this need. We have this need because we were abandoned one way or another. And because we are here together, we are sharing the same purpose of this bright, hopeful future that's uncertain. You don't know your future, and neither do I. But if we just do the work daily, right, that there is a fixed set of duties that we need to do, and if we serve each other with the same goals, and we contribute to each other, and we latch onto each other, we build upon each other, we will eventually find that sort of success one way or another. Now, we all go separate ways after that. My friends and I, we have went separate ways. But one thing is, after we have, graduated, I use that word loosely because there is no official graduation, we are still contributing back to this community. We are. Giving money is the lowest form of contribution. So many people put so much emphasis on money nowadays. It's because money has turned out to be such a emotional, I don't know, right? You pay for a meal and you expect the world. You don't see that. Say I pay $50 for a nice meal in a restaurant. And I expect everything for that $50. But you don't realize that without a community of people who are paying $50 for that meal, the chef will not even cook for everybody, right? My $50 mean nothing. If I just take $50, no one's going to prepare a meal for me, right? I can't even staff a kitchen. I can't even buy the ingredients that's necessary to be apportioned into a meal for me. So, that importance of money is so overemphasized, and it's just not right. So money is the lowest level of contribution, right? And the reason why we give money, and this reason why there is, in some forms, even in church, right? We pay membership fees in church. It's not mandatory. Well, on paper it is, but they never chase you for it. But we give money because it is a form of commitment. It is the lowest level of commitment you can give. But there are other forms of commitment. Your time, your heart, your prayers. And most importantly is that desire to help others, to serve others. And right, so even if we left where we came from, we've never forgotten our roots. So starting, most of you here, you are going to start with nothing, right? No clear education of the financial markets. Some of you have no idea what you're doing yet. Some of you are still learning and getting things up and running. That's absolutely fine because you will remember your roots. And if you start small, you start humbly, and you build upon it, you will never forget your roots. And you will never forget the grace of God that is upon you as you become more successful. And the time when you become wildly successful, you have something to fall back on even when you fail. As I always mention, we are developing a skill that nobody can take away from you. Now, the skill is not just the technical skills, right? It's the skill of remaining humble. It's the skill of remaining kind. It's the skill of remaining purposeful. It's the skill of being able to recalibrate your mind. Even if the whole world decides to destroy you, you stay strong. You are upright. You will not waver because you have that sort of power in you to remain with integrity, with honesty. And that's powerful. Because nobody can take away your dignity, your skill, and that, how should I put it? That purpose in your life, right? So let's start the week, the month, and wrap up the year, and we'll start the new year with that sort of mindset when you understand that. So you realize the things that I do here, it's a lot in relation to what I've experienced in life, right? And likewise in my professional training. Well, you've heard me last week. I mentioned I went into venture capital after my training as an analyst. Well, I knew nothing. Nobody's going to teach you anything. You have to put in the work. And that's the best thing that can happen to you when you put in the work. Because, once again, nobody can take that away from you when you put in the work. And my success came from meeting a very good boss. And I hope that many of you young people out there who are starting to get to work, you meet, and God leads you to meet someone that will be willing to nurture you. Not just technically, but especially with the values of life, because the workplace will never teach you about life. It will teach you about success in a very different way. So meeting someone good, and most importantly, being with that person every single day to just, well, learn everything about the person's values and the skills that they have, and you model yourself after that person. That's quite important, right? So once again, in order for that to happen, that person must serve you almost on a daily basis. So if the person you're following is not serving you, is not fulfilling a duty to be accountable to you, to serve you, then you can't learn anything. This is why we're doing this. Every single day you report in, whether you like it or not. The market opens at 6:30 a.m. for me. I wake up, I sleep very little. Maybe by 4:30 I will be up and preparing for the market. I am rarely late for the market open. It's difficult, especially when there isn't going to be much sunlight in the day, but you've got to do it. I can't do it alone. I do it only because of you. So you saved my life, and I am thankful. So remember this. Whether you like it or not, you report in, day out, you learn something, you serve, and you be served. I'm serving you. You have to learn to be served. Some of you don't even have that humility to want to be served. You think you shouldn't be served. I don't know. It's weird. We have weird people everywhere. And you develop this accountability, and you recenter yourself, you recalibrate yourself. You are going to be in good state. You are going to do absolutely well because you have followed a path of building a skill for yourself. Now, that being said, let's take a look at some very important lessons from this week. I am going to go through a little advanced lessons here, and after this, which will take probably half an hour, I will run through the preparation for the week ahead. How are we going to make money this week? Right, maybe a story time in between again, we'll see. Right, thank you for your patience. More stories next time. You know a little bit about my background now and the way I do things here. Any sales? Some of you mentioned Thanksgiving, Black Friday. I mean, come on, do you think I believe in that? So, right, I mentioned last week, people asking me to do funnels, offers. I don't even know what that means. I have sponsors asking me 6 figures they're paying me 6 figures, mostly crypto stuff. I'm just short of calling them scams. No, I'm not interested in doing that. Any sales? Maybe. Let me think about it. Why don't I do this for free? Well, I mentioned it as well already, right? Money is going to be the lowest form of contribution you give for yourself. It's not for me. It's for yourself. And frankly speaking, this is a high-stakes game. If you want to be trading, you want to get to the high-stakes table. So you want to learn as much as you can and get to the high-stakes table. Don't be scammed. People are going to be asking you for $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 using this word high stakes, getting you to commit into useless stuff, right? I mean, how much are you paying for membership here? It's something that you can make back literally in less than a trade. I want to teach you that, right? So the contribution, risk to reward is absolutely astronomical. I would say that. You have to know why you're doing this, right? And even if not, you don't have money. This is free. Look, I'm doing this free now. 500 videos in the record. Take your time, watch everything. You will pick up a lot of skills from there. Trade with me every day, even if it's back testing. That's fine. You will see, because everything's time-stamped in Discord. Take a look. Everything's time-stamped. I do that in my videos. You will learn everything if you watch. And many of you are subscribed here without being in the Patreon or Discord server. And you are doing absolutely well. Isn't it? It's still possible. So learn at your own pace. If you do make some money, you want to contribute, do it. By all means, you will find value. So remember, this is not, I don't want this to be transactional, right? It's more of a community than anything. It's the way I was raised. It's the way that I have learned about organizations, right? My first exposure of an organization is a non-profit. And that tells you everything you need to know of how my values are shaped, right? So, yeah, and in a way, I was saved because of that. You realize that. Can you imagine if my first exposure to an organization is a bank, for example? It's my first employment. I would be tuned in a way that will be so destructive, isn't it? So, silver lining, some of you have very poor family background or childhood. All I've got to say is that God is faithful, and God is will always be faithful, and His grace is more than sufficient for us. So no matter what circumstance you are in your life right now, remember that He will come and save you. That is a promise. That is a declaration. It is a declaration that God has made for you. So don't be fearful, right? No matter what happens. Right? Some of you may be in extremely deep debt. That's why you're here learning trading. Whatever it is, He will come and save you. Not in the way you may think, because your mind is thinking of being saved for the next 5 minutes of your life, the next month, the next year. But His salvation is going to be eternal throughout your entire life and even beyond. Now that is powerful, isn't it? So stick to this. It's going to be hard work. And we are going to triumph together. I can't triumph alone. You realize that too. And that's why when I go, you are invited to join me. Not to go, right? To join me in celebrating what's to come. My wife don't like to hear that, right? But come on. When I'm gone, why does it matter, right? So yeah, that will be a big reunion when that time comes. And by then I would have hopefully settled all the legalities of the shareholding, especially for the lifelong members. It's a little tricky. Since the last live stream, you have heard me some updates. We'll see then. Now, a big part of this week, right? Let's take a look at this week, right? Our own green candles, no big